Hi, welcome to the world of Elaine Coin Galleries. This week we're going to do cups. Cups are one of the items that are probably our best reorder item of everything in our line. Many stores only order cups, but we find that the necklaces and earrings that coordinate tend to make the very best collection as far as presentation in your store. I'm going to start with the nature cups and then we'll go on to some of the other motifs that we do. These are some of our brand new cups for fall 2009. As you can see here, we've used an oak leaf in solid brass with our olive patina, and we've added genuine lime pearls. Now these pearls are not only glued on, they're also wired on with gold-filled wire. So on a graduated cuff, it's really just an exquisite piece. I absolutely love it. Probably runs somewhere between $45 and $50 cost. Now we've also done other pearls. In this case it's the bronze pearl. We've done this on one of our classic leaves in earth. And of course in both cases there's a really exquisite coordinated pendant on the tri-rawhide as well as a lovely earring. Another new piece that we're doing for fall is the emphasis of the maple leaf. This is done with burgundy on earth patina, brass, and the burnt red tiger's eye brings all your burgundies together, which is one of the important motifs for fall. And in a previous video you probably saw some of the other nature motifs that we did in the coordinated necklaces, the pine cone, the fancy daffodil with Swarovski crystal, the chestnut with the green jade as well as the lavender, and of course this wonderful new sculptural weed shaft on a classic 1-inch cuff. Moving on to some of the other new motifs that we're doing a brand new floral Victorian look on a gunmetal. And I'm sure I mentioned in the past how important charcoal and gunmetal and graphite looks, which is going to be based upon the English and movement from mid-19th century blended with the American fine art movement, I guess you would say, or modern contemporary art movement of the 21st century. And gunmetal tends to run a little bit more than some of our classic pieces. This is done with a lime Swarovski crystal and with hematite. Coordinated necklace is exquisite. You'll be seeing it in future videos, as well as a coordinated earring. Now the bubble cuff we had last, I think it was for the January 2009 shows, and it was done with rose quartz. And in this case, you'll note that it's being done with the burnt red tiger eye, bringing in the burgundies for fall. It's really done extremely well. It's going to run around $38 cost. Another Victorian item that we're doing, I think I might have shown this before, is the filigree cuff, and it's done with the cornelian on the side as well as the 8x6 amethyst, and I'm sure this will be probably a lot of reorders on this piece. It's really lovely. Now we move on to another of these wonderful little florals on a filigree background, which has a Victorian emphasis, and it's done in the olive patina. And then we've also done the bird on the filigree with the lime and the tanzanite, and I think it's a smoked topaz or copper Swarovski crystal. Now this is a piece that's relatively new. It has more of a Byzantine pattern to it. Of course there is a coordinated earring with it, and again it's done with the burnt red tiger's eye. I think we usually do it in patina for spring with a mother of pearl, but in this case we've done a really lovely earthy look, which is going to go great with the tweeds for fall, and of course the burgundies again. Now some of you are probably familiar with our really beautiful sculptural group, and we've got the gunmetal with the jet, which is a wonderful piece, and a real pop of the lime on the black, and this again is going to just do sensational with your charcoals and that whole graphite look and the pencil drawings and so forth. You're going to see well, actually going forward you're going to see things that are going to look like moss on clothing. They're actually taking microscopic pictures of moss from petri dishes, and they're taking that pattern and applying it to clothing. We, of course, have brought in something to give you a real snap of color, and I've also emphasized it in the past, which is going to be your Indian sapphire. And then previously, also absolutely outstanding, is going to be the olive tone patina with the huge tanzanite. Now, I don't know if all our customers realize this, but the reality is that we bring these in directly from Swarovski, and so we're the only ones that have many of these crystals. Moving on to some of our more classic looks, we've got some of our best-selling concepts, which is the dragonfly. And in this case, for fall 2009, we've added a slightly new look, which is going to be amethyst and garnet on our more, I would say it's a little fancier than some of the other dragonflies that we do. This is our classic dragonfly over here. And then we have this one, which has been a sensational piece. It's a dragonfly on a feather, or probably some people think it's a leaf, but it's actually a feather, which is quite pretty, with two decorative dragonflies, a small one and a slightly larger one, done again with the, I think it's cornelian and amethyst, which our theme for fall is going to be cornelian, as you can see in one of our basic dragonfly cups, and this particular cup runs around 26. It's also available, this looks like garnet, and it's also available in amethyst. And all of them are going to be the same price. Now, one of the other things that we do is we do basic cups that are going to run like $21 to $23, which is an olive patina on a Renaissance repeat pattern. And this one has sort of a Roman wreath border, and also done with the olive. Now, as a lot of people know that have carried our line for quite a while, you can buy anything that we do in the different patinas. So if you see it in olive patina but you prefer the verdigris, you can order it in the verdigris. You can also order it in the gunmetal. The gunmetal tends to cost slightly more, like an extra $1 or $2, based upon the fact that those just cost more to do because of the chemical. We have one other group that we're going to show today, and this is our motif-driven line. So we did the dragonflies, we've done the basics, now we're moving on to equestrian, and foxes, fox hunts, of course, are related to equestrian. This is in the earth patina. This is the decorative Mustang, done with cornelian, and it looks like jasper. And it has a little nice, real pretty decorative pattern to it. Probably runs about $32, $34, somewhere in there. Then we have the basic Mustang. And this is also in olive patina. And it's going to run around $29. Then we have a few other classic. This is a racing horse on a decorative background. And then our classic horse, this is the EQE 677 BC. This piece is probably one of our best-selling pieces in the equestrian group. It tends to do just as well, if not better, in the verdigris patina as in the earth patina we're showing here. And then these are two other motifs that we do. This is a leopard done with semi-precious stones, and the leopard wraps around in this case. It's done a little differently than some of our others. We also do a line called Pacific Rain, and those would be Asian motifs. And a lot of the new age stores and people that are into, you know, serenity gravitate towards this group. And this is a pagoda scene with a large pagoda and two smaller pagoda scenes on the side with a 6mm garnet. I might also add that there's a number of other pieces in that group. And it's, you know, this is going to be your acquired taste. It's not for every store, but there's certain stores that absolutely have to have that look. There's about maybe 12 pieces in the line. I might also add that we also do bookmarks for people that are interested. I don't think it's on the web currently, but it probably will be within the next month. And so you'd have a pagoda with a bookmark. And that, again, is for a very particular type of store. Hi, thank you all for watching our video on Cups Fall 2009. We want to remind you that the up-and-coming shows are the Wendy Rosen Show in Philadelphia, August 1 through 3. The middle of August brings us to the New York International Gift Fair. I'd love to see you all there, and we're going to be ending our round of shows this fall with rounding out the grouping with the Atlanta September gift show, which is going to be, I think it's the 12th through the 14th or thereabouts, and that particular location will be announced on our website. You all know how to get to our website, which is www.ecg.com, and then click across for each one of the motifs or go to the thumbnails. We hope to see you at the up-and-coming shows, and if not, make sure to give us a call. If you have any questions, at 1-800-741-2523. There's generally somebody to answer your questions till about 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at night. Thank you, enjoy your day, and thanks again for watching.